For millennia, the world's most famous pantheons, the Greeks, the Norse, the Egyptians, have commanded our attention. But beyond the well-trod paths of Asgard and Olympus lies a vast shadowed continent of forgotten lore. Today, we journey into the heart of Slavic mythology, an ancient belief system shaped not by marble temples, but by dense forests, hidden rivers, and the raw, untamed power of the natural world. At the center of this mythic universe is a single cosmic rivalry, Perun, the sky god of thunder, law, and righteous order, and Veles, the serpent god of magic, wealth, and the underworld. This is the eternal battle that holds the Slavic cosmos together. To understand Slavic mythology, you must understand this. The world is a vertical axis. Above is the shining realm of Perun. Below is the shadowed domain of Veles. One represents order, the other, chaos. But these are not the simplistic good versus evil roles found in later religions. No, this is a worldview that embraces tension, interplay, a universe where creation emerges from conflict. Perun is the thunderbolt, the storm, the protector of the living. Veles is the earth's roots, the rivers, the fertile soil, and the hungry abyss beneath it. Their conflict is not a single battle. It is a cycle, a cosmic rhythm, as predictable and necessary as the changing seasons. One challenge stands before anyone seeking to understand Slavic mythology. There is no surviving sacred text. Christianization swept across the Slavic world between the 9th and 12th centuries, and with it, nearly all pagan scripture, if any existed in written form, vanished. So how do we know these stories? We reconstruct them through medieval chronicles, folk songs and fairy tales, ritual traditions that survived in rural communities, and comparative mythology with Indo-European cultures. What emerges is a patchwork, but a consistent one. And at the center of that reconstructed tapestry stands Perun and Veles, locked in eternal struggle. Let us begin with Veles, because in many ways, he is the engine of the conflict. While Perun rules from the sky, Veles dwells below. In the underworld, in the waters, in the soil, in the roots of the world tree. But Veles is not simply a devil figure, though Christian chroniclers try to paint him as one. No, Veles is older, stranger, more complex. He is the Serpent God, yes, but also the god of magic, of poetry, of wealth, and of the dead. He governs the borderlands of reality, the liminal spaces where transformation happens, where water meets land, where life meets death, where humans whisper prayers to forces just beyond comprehension. That is where Veles reigns. He is protector of cattle, keeper of oaths, guardian of secrets, yet also a shapeshifter, a trickster, a thief of divine power. In myth, Veles often takes the form of a great serpent or dragon. Not a European medieval dragon, but something more primordial. A vast chthonic force slithering through the roots of the world, amassing his wealth in dark rivers and underground halls. And one day each year, myth says, he does the unthinkable. He rises. He climbs the world tree. He ascends from the roots toward the sky, toward Perun. If Veles is the serpent, Perun is the eagle. If Veles is the underworld, Perun is the heavens. Perun is the supreme deity of the Slavs, the Sky Father, the Thunderer, the wielder of lightning. Imagine a god whose presence is felt in every summer storm. The crack of thunder, the raging wind, the sudden split of lightning across a cloud-heavy sky. Perun is the embodiment of order, law, and divine justice. Everything that stands tall, mountains, oak trees, the sky itself, belongs to him. And when Veles, the serpent of the deep, dares to ascend the world tree, when he steals Perun's cattle, or wealth, or in some versions, even Perun's sacred wife, Perun responds the only way he can. He throws lightning. Thus begins their cosmic chase. Veles darting between realms, shape-shifting to escape. A wolf, a bird, a shimmering shadow in the water, while Perun hurls bolt after bolt, driving him back downward. This is not just mythic drama. It is an explanation of the world itself. The storm? Perun pursuing Veles. Lightning hitting the ground? Perun striking the serpent. Heavy rains? Veles being beaten back to the underworld. The cycle ends the same way each time. Veles is defeated, but never destroyed. He retreats to the shadows, and the world is made whole again, until next year. So why does this conflict matter? Because in Slavic cosmology, this is the structure of reality. The universe is not static. It is held together by the tension between two opposing but necessary forces. Perun is stability. Veles is change. Perun is law. Veles is magic. Perun protects. Veles transforms. And without that back and forth, without that chase around the world tree, the world would collapse. In this myth, you can hear echoes of older Indo-European patterns. The storm god battling the serpent or dragon. Indra fighting Vritra. Thor fighting Jormungandr. Zeus fighting Typhon. But the Slavic version is unique in one key way. The serpent is not simply evil. He is necessary. Veles fertilizes the earth. He governs memory, ancestry, magic, creativity. He rules the waters that sustain life. When Veles rises, storms break out. When Perun drives him down, rains fall. The earth drinks. Life begins again. In this way, the myth encodes natural cycles: drought and rain, winter and spring, death and rebirth. This is not a war of annihilation. It is a cosmic dance. Let us now retell the conflict in its most iconic form. At the dawn of the year, Veles, lord of the underworld, stirs. He coils around the roots of the world tree, a massive serpent made of shadow and shimmering scales. He whispers ancient incantations. He shakes off the frost of winter. And then, he climbs. As he rises, he steals what belongs to the sky: cattle, wealth, knowledge, even people's souls. With every theft, the world tilts toward chaos. High above, Perun awakens in fury. The skies churn. Thunder cracks like a war drum. Perun mounts his fiery chariot and descends with a weapon that shakes the world: the unstoppable lightning axe. He hunts Veles across the realms. Each bolt he throws scorches forests, splits mountains, flashes across rivers. But Veles is a master of escape. He becomes a shadow, a beast, a ripple on the water. Still, Perun pursues him, not out of hatred, but necessity, because the world must be set right. Finally, lightning strikes true. Veles falls back into the underworld. Rains pour from the sky. The land is nourished, the cycle resets, and the world breathes again. In the end, the myth of Perun and Veles is more than a story about gods. It is a story about balance, about the eternal interplay between structure and unpredictability, between the world we can control and the mysteries we never will. Their rivalry reminds us that order cannot exist without chaos, that creation requires conflict, and that the forces shaping our lives, lightning, storms, seasons, rivers, are all part of a cosmic conversation older than recorded history. Slavic mythology may not have survived as organized scripture, but its truths echo in the land, in the rituals of rural Europe, and in the stories we continue to uncover. This is the dark Pantheon. This is the Thunderer and the Serpent. This is the endless clash that holds the Slavic cosmos together.